Hello, everyone, and welcome to Women's Voices Without Borders podcast. I'm Mariam Janan, and you're listening to this podcast, and it's brought to you by AJ Organization, and for the first time as a vodcast. So right now we're communicating visually. We are gathering today with our dear friends and partners from many organizations and in the presence of Your Excellency, Monsieur Yann Braem, the French Consul in Kurdistan region. Welcome.
Bonsoir.
So let me greet you first, and then we will go to what is happening today in this room outside and talk a bit about our gathering today and this event that we're having. So welcome.
Thank you very, very much. I'm very happy to be with you today.
Thank you so much. So we will talk about this workshop. It has been this studio have been done and prepared by these women, 5 women, including me, Joya, Aya, and Inas, and Hadiya, who are with us in the studio today, behind the scenes. So Joya is the producer, and the girls are assisting with the cameras and all the productions. So we have opened this studio and built it from zero with the supervision and the trainer, Mr. Ahmed, who is sitting outside today. So I just want to know your opinion about everything and how you see it right now from this angle.
I will first congratulate you. Congratulate Haj as an organization, congratulate all the members of the team, because I see a lot of enthusiasm in what you are doing. It's been 1 year, quasi, that I'm following your activities since I arrived in Erbil, and I see how dedicated you are, the level of energy that you are spreading all around you as individuals and as an organization. So it's a very immense pleasure to be with you this evening. And to tell you the truth, talking about what happens nowadays, right now, in your studio, I feel very proud that we have been taking part to this very important trip that has started a few years back, that we have been supporting. And when I say we, it's the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Embassy in Baghdad, and the Consulate General in Erbil. I feel very proud that we have been able to support you all these years and to make this really beautiful idea that you have to train women journalists to network, to create networks among them, to make this idea a reality. And this very practical reality, we are observing it this evening with another stage in the development of your organization, in the development of your action, and a stage which is clearly demonstrating your commitment and the energy you are sharing with us all.
Oh, thank you so much. Actually, this is our pleasure, and what you said right now is very touching and emotional for me. So I wanted to ask you: Did you envision what is going to happen after supporting this project? Did you think that it's going to be going this way?
I was thinking that there would be something more. I was really thinking that all your actions and your activities would be scaling up. And I know, as a matter of fact, that it will be scaling up. And this studio is one of your tools in order to increase your activity, to increase your networks, and to work with all the women journalists in the region, which is very important to us.
Okay, so thank you so much for your opinion. And right now, since that you are our first guest officially for this podcast, and we're very proud actually and honored to have you in our first podcast, I want to ask you some questions about your work in here and how have it been so far? Because since year you are here in Kurdistan region.
Exactly.
So how is it going?
It's going very well. I arrived 1 year ago I was told in Paris that this place was very special to as a general matter, but also very special to the hearts of French people, and that France was very special to the hearts of Kurdish people.
True.
And I can testify that it's completely true. I see links between our governments' relationship, extremely positive relationship between our governments. I see also that this level of relationship is going up to the bottom, to the individual people who are having connections with France, with the Kurdish community in France. Many French people are coming here to visit their friends, to make business, to implement projects. And this very particular relationship is really an inter-individual. The people are connected together. That's really something that astonished me when I arrived here and when I prepared my mandate. And we are strengthening our links.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And, in Erbil we have an important diplomatic network. The Consulate General, the French Institute, the Institute for the IFPO, l'Institut Français du Proche-Orient. We have Expertise France, we have 2 schools. So a big institutional network, but also people who are working in the business sector, in the education sector, in the cultural sector. So it's a real asset that I represent as a Consul General, a real asset to have this strength, be it institutional or from individual perspective.
That's actually amazing. Yeah, I actually wanted to ask you about strengthening the relations and how it's going so far, but you actually have answered a lot of questions that I have in here. So thank you for that. And also, yes, I've been following up all the activities that you have doing in this region. It's so amazing. And thank you so much for that also. Then I want to ask you, what inspires you in your diplomatic work the most, and maybe in this region?
What inspires me?
Yes.
I think it's actions by individuals at their own level to try to improve the situation in Kurdistan, improve the situation at the regional level. It can be initiatives like yours, Haj. It can be also other activities. I was yesterday at the French Institute participating to an event at the Citadel, which is an amazing place, so beautiful, with an astrophotographer who is making photographs of the moon, and who has been published in all big newspapers in the world this summer. So there are so many richness in the individuals here. People are so eager to demonstrate that they have that they are able to achieve a lot of things. That it's really inspiring.
Well, actually, hearing that from your perspective is really like giving me the hope and the happiness inside. Like, that's amazing, because sometimes, yes, we need the diplomatic work to see and be involved with all this youth and what is happening in the region. So also, according to that, I want you to give maybe an advice to the youth in this region, especially you women, and what is the most needed advice, in your opinion, that the thing they should focus on?
Have trust in yourself. Have trust in your strengths, capacities. There are no limits when somebody has self-confidence, and when you are able to gather the necessary assets. Really, willingness is the biggest strength that we can mobilize to achieve things.
Mm. That's actually amazing, and I'm looking for this question because I wrote it somewhere. If you I want to know your vision. How do you envision the future of youth in this area, especially for women? And after all these projects that you participated in supporting in this region, how do you see the women's situation?
I don't have any crystal ball, What I see is the value of the individuals, of the people, the fact that we have a youth here who is trained, who is open to the international society, to international networks, very much oriented towards its culture, its own traditions, but also the modernity of the actual world. And I think that's a promising fact of having such a youth who knows its identity, who knows its culture, but wants to discover the world and want to really take the best of it.
Very beautiful. And what does empathy plays role in your work?
Empathy.
Yes.
Empathy is I would say the main principle of diplomacy. Empathy, the ability to understand the other, in the ability, the skill to put yourself in the other's position, the other's mindset. If we don't do that in diplomacy, then it's a total failure, because diplomacy is about bridging people, building bridges, building doors in the walls, so that we can understand each other, so that we can understand that people don't have the same interest, don't have the same culture, perhaps don't have the same ideas, but that all this has to be discussed peacefully, and that we have to try to reach agreements.
Yeah, amazing. And what is the most surprising thing that you have learned during your statements in here?
It's very difficult to answer that question. There would be so many surprising things or surprising places. Perhaps this one. I was speaking about the Citadel, the event that happened yesterday at the Citadel. And coming here, discussing with archaeologists, especially French archaeologists, and also Kurdish archaeologists working in the Citadel, I discovered that this hill was actually not a hill, but an addition of layers of human houses, which has reached now 30 meters high.
Okay.
Meaning that we have there, on this hill, real testimony of the people who have been living for thousands of years in Erbil. And for me, it was really astonishing to discover that. Astonishing also to see the work of the archaeologists from France and from Kurdistan working on this
together.
On several excavation projects in the Citadel. We supported the first excavation project in the Citadel last year, and France has been the first to make this work. And that's very promising, and that's very important, because
it is.
That's the way for us all, and for the Kurdish people in the first place, to discover what their past has been. And this is all about identity. It is all about culture. It is all about how to envisage a future.
Yeah, that's actually very important and surprising for me also, because I'm also not from this region and discovering it right now with you, but I think you have more chances to discover it more than me. So if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why?
With any historical figure, I would say Albert Einstein.
Okay, that's a good one.
For his ability to completely break the consensus. At the time, there was a big consensus on physics and the rules, all the rules that govern our world from a physics point of view, and he completely broke it. Oh. Not to destroy, but to reinvent other ways of thinking and other ways of envisaging the reality, which is for me a very inspiring way of thinking and way of trying to fight our pre-notions, our all what we could think in the first place that we could make evolve with further thinking.
That's amazing. Yeah, I like the answer actually. And maybe if you remember any book or movie to advise anyone to watch, that would be beneficial.
Any book or movie.
Yeah, I know that's very exclusive.
I would have hundreds.
I know. It's a hard question.
From L'Autre et Amont, Count, the Mal d'Aurore songs, to, of course, Saint John Perse in poetry, Palm, from Jean-Marie Georges de Clésio, who is one of my favorite novelists, Étoile Errante, which is a really amazing novelist, but also other. I listened to the radio today, and Ala El Aswani, very famous, actual nowadays Egyptian writer, was speaking about his last book. I do encourage everybody who is interested in Egypt to have a look at his books. It's really inspiring and very much telling about the Egyptian society.
That's nice.
I would have so many.
I know it's so many. Thank you for sharing some of them with us today. And I don't think we have another questions for now. But I remember also last one thing. I think you haven't celebrated since like a lot of a very long time, because right now you are a very, I think, successful person and you have achieved a lot in your life. So when do you think was the last time and the thing that you remembered, like it was very huge achievement for you that you celebrated it?
That I celebrated. I will have perhaps one in the coming days. So I will speak after.
Okay.
I will speak after the event. But I think one of the very nice achievements, especially here, were two events. Our 14th of July celebration. It was my first 14th of July as a Consul General.
In the region.
As a head of a Consulate General. So it was of course, very stressful for me. Big challenge to be able to make it a success, and I think it was.
It was successful.
You were there, so
I
you
was
can
there.
testify.
It was.
And also all what we have organized around the Olympic Games in Paris, which was really several gatherings that we organized with the French Institute, and which allowed us to participate to this big event on the inauguration and all the Olympics game. I must say I was really astonished and surprised and amazed by what our people achieved during these weeks of Olympic Games. It was really
that was actually, incredible. Yes, amazing. And there's also one of the Iraqi girls who have also won something in the Olympics. I actually forgot the name, but I should have prepared this. So I also want to congrats her also for that. I think one of the girls know the name, but it's a shame on me that I don't remember her. But yes, it also was a very nice thing that happened in France and from Iraq. So I want to thank you very much for being today with me and sharing all these beautiful things, perspectives of all the things happened and will happen. And I'm very positive of what is going to happen and with the cooperation of the French government and Iraq. Thank you so much, Mr. Yann.
thank you to you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations again for what
Thank you
have done.
very much. So now let's end this episode and go to finish our event.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.